I don't think when General Dennis Pereira and Sir John Kotalawala discussed the establishment of a military academy at his house in Kandavala that it was going to be a world-renowned university. At that time, General Pereira was modernizing the army and he wanted a defense academy for the members of the armed forces to study in Sri Lanka. This was in addition to the military academy which was being planned in Diathalawa. So it started in a small way. No one anticipated that those who graduated from here going to fight terrorism and finally win the war. I don't think any of them imagined that this was going to be a university, upgraded as a university, taking in not only cadets from the armed forces, but also civilian students. None of them thought, I don't think any of us, I was involved when it started, that we are going to see this distinguished institution that has come up. So, first and foremost, to all those who have completed their studies, I wish you all the best. I congratulate you and wish you a good future. Now, you all are going to decide what your future is going to be. Some of you are in the armed forces and will serve there as regular officers. Others are civilians who have graduated from this institution. Now you all have to have thinking of your future. As we say of the young people today, what they are thinking is some words that have been used in a song earlier. Am I to stay or am I to go? That is what is there for everyone to think. I don't blame them for looking out. The experience you have had in the last 2 years is shattering. We in Sri Lanka have never gone through that experience. We come very close to it, but never gone through it. And bankruptcy, shortage of food, riots are certainly not indicators of a country that you would like to live in for the future. So many are wondering, are we to stay or are we to go? In this background, as I said, I can't blame anyone for thinking we want to go. But all of you want a good future. First in your country, and if you can't find in your country, in another country. And the fact that you are thinking of going is also an admission that we, who are responsible for you, had failed in the last few years. After the experience of last year, we are now on the road to stability. It is not an easy road. Going from bankruptcy to stability is certainly not easy. You have to decide what you are going to have and what you are going to give up. You have to come again decide that you are solvent enough, decided not only by you, by your creditors. So we are going through that period. How do we increase our revenue? At the same time, how do we reduce inflation? Those are really two difficult objectives to do at the same time. So there are times when the economy looks good and your pockets are all right, and other times when things become difficult. We have to go through this period. We have to go through this uncertain phase. But as we go along, we are reducing inflation down to a single digit. We are increasing the performance of the economy, that we hope by end of this year, we will no longer be in deficit. As the economy goes, as GDP goes, for the first time, we will break even. So 2024 will be the year we will restart growth. Till that, it's going to be difficult. As you restart growth also, life is not going to be easy. But it means we are now on the road to recovery. But it is very clear that we can't go back to what we were, neither economically, neither socially, nor politically. Economically, I think we have lost every race. When I was born, we were second to Japan. When I became a minister, Korea was ahead of us. And now, when I was a Minister of Industries, the Minister of Industries from Vietnam came and asked me how to get foreign investment. Now, I'll have to go and ask him how to get foreign investment. So we have allowed everyone to overtake us. Other than Afghanistan, because they have blown themselves up, they can't do it. Other than that, even Cambodia. So we have to modernize. Even we have to drag the country, it has to be modernized. And we have to change our thinking. First, it's like a battle. Only the fittest is going to survive. No one else. So, what is our economy? Like a good army, it has to be lean and it has to be mean. So, it has to be very, very highly competitive. Now, if you look around us, there are a large number of countries with large population and people whose education level may be lower than ours. So, they are the countries that can cater to the low wage employment. I don't think we can stay in that stage anymore. We can't have subsistence agriculture where you grow a little bit more than what you need and the government has to support you. We can't have the industries which are not efficient. We have to then think, if we are not going in, if we are not competitive as low wage employment, where are we going? So the best is to take a giant leap and to become competitive, to become advanced. Okay, one end is to have a lot of low wage employment. Other is to go to the other end and go to high wage employment. So if you can't go to the bottom end, best is that we reach out to the top, that we have more and more people here like you all who are qualified in the new technologies, in AI, in blockchain, genome sequencing, those who are now advanced in modern methods of management, in the modern methods of agriculture. So the first is then we have to turn out a highly educated and a very skilled labor force. If we do that, we can go ahead. For those of you who have passed out today and graduated, if you stay here, you will be a spearhead of that labor force, of that manpower. So now what is left for us is to develop our manpower as a capital asset. In doing so, this institution will also have a role. You all have functioned parallel to the state UGC run universities and the degree awarding institutes. Now we are thinking, let's do away with those differences. Let anyone be a university. You may be under the UGC, you may be outside the UGC. You may be government run, you may be non-government run. You may be not-for-profit like KDU and the government universities, or you may be running for profit. That's a different matter. What we want is more and more graduates coming out of this country who have all the top technology, all the knowledge that we need. So we are now talking of establishing a few more universities, civilian ones, on the KDU model, on the same. So some of them may be affiliated to KDU. Some may be a campus of the KDU. We have university colleges. There may be universities which will be affiliated to universities outside. So the KDU will also have to have not only campus, but also get used to functioning as affiliated university, having other universities affiliated to you and helping them to grant degrees. But all this will have to focus on the new technologies. For all those who come there, the government will make financing available, concessional financing available. For everyone who pass out can immediately get a job. So we are now planning out, and at the budget I will announce the steps that we will be taking. Backing up on that, following up on that, we will take the total vocational training and the technical education sector, modernize it completely. We have about 450 vocational training centers. It should be modernized into colleges. It's 150 colleges or more that are private institutions. So that will be the backup, the skilled and the graduate workers. We need all of them. As the technical colleges, we'll have to upgrade them, and a National College of Technology, which we hope will be able to grant associate degrees of 2 years. So in this, there is one model that will shine out, will be the KDU model. So I don't think any of us imagined 2 years ago or 3 years ago, when people are getting onto the road against the KDU, today that will be the model for the newer universities to start. So you will have to work with that sector, but what we want to do is look at the future. Look at what the country will be, what we need in the next 5 years, and go for it. Don't again be thinking or arguing. You know what we have gone through. You know how to get out of it. It's like a battle. You have stopped retreating. You can now turn around. But you must find your own strategy how to advance. Otherwise, you may stop retreating, but you stay there. So this is the future we have. So for all of you who have graduated from here and who are leaving the university today, you have to think, where am I going to stand? Am I going to be in Sri Lanka, be a part of the challenge, or am I going outside? Now what will I do if I go to United Kingdom? What if the economy there is worse than ours in 5 years' time? A lot of people are saying the UK economy is not doing well. Some people say that China's economy is not doing well. Some people say the European economy is stagnating and the Ukraine war will take a toll of it. So what we are 5 years in time to come, we can't say, because all the developed economies are also having problems. So similarly, when you decide to stay here, remember you are taking a challenge which you can win, but it's finally up for you to decide. We've gone through a very bad period. We have to ensure that we don't go through it again, that you all who are now here will take over the responsibility of building this country anew and as a much better place than we could do. So that's all that I could tell you all. But whether you are going to be in Sri Lanka or abroad, I wish you all the best. Thank you.